blitzed the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the delay, it's Overton. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks, good things happen for your defense.
Under fire. Trying to get away. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Ready. Jet. Booster.
Here's Carr to throw. Quick completion on the out route. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. The give is to Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. couldn't do it on that last play.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty.
Here we go. Shift. Freeze, freeze. Move, move, move. Ready, go.
Carr fires to the wideout. On target to the left. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. The run inside. It's Williams.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll send the back in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Snagged out of the air. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit, because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for room. It's Mobley. Picks up the 1st down. Got a little grass. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the back.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Pressure coming. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, find themselves playing from behind. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in, it's Heath. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Heath. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Running inside, it's Overton. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete in the middle. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. In the red area, it's Overton. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punching in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. So a drive there of 85 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Comes onto the field ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be changing the route. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player.
Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Runs through a man. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. They will score. Touchdown, Hokies. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Hands it off. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready. 129.
The offense changing the play. Carr. Oh, they're after him. Finds his back in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Finds a man on the left. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
C.J. Carr firing again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Fourth down, Carr. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Inside the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Trying the run, it's Hawkins. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more